Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be jumping back into Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're going to be talking about gearing. The way that they've set gearing up in this game I think is great. It allows for a lot of opportunity to mix and match and tailor your character to the battle that you're going into. It's very cool. There's been a lot of questions around it, so we're going to go ahead and discuss it. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can. There is a lot to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. Over here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see main equipment and sub-equipment. In your main equipment, you have your gear, you have your main weapon, and you have your ability weapon. That's that first column there, right? So our gear here, just taking a look at this. This is a piece of gear that I got through the draw. It's great. I love it. Pairing it up with the Murasama, I think is great because this gives a boost to physical attack and the Levin Blade Arcanum. This gives a boost to my lightning ability. Reason why that pairs up so well is because with the Murasami, you have Thunderstrike, which does physical damage. So you're boosting the physical damage, you're boosting the lightning damage. So you can see those under the R abilities right there. When you build your gear to focus on the abilities that you need for the character that you're building. So for him, for Cloud, I'm focused mainly on physical attacks and lightning because that's where a lot of bonuses I have is going to help me. So that's what I focus on. And the next one down, we have our ability. So if I click on this right here, my C ability here, I have Armor Break. This boosts my attack. So again, I'm boosting my attack. When you take a look at the sword and the wand type thing, staff type thing, that means it's boosting attack for both of them, right? Physical and your magic. So the main thing here is the physical damage boost. And then it gives also a boost to wind resistance. The reason why I like this one so much is because we have Armor Break. Armor Break decreases the physical defense of my enemies. So since I'm so focused on physical damage with Cloud, I'm going to do more damage because I'm reducing the defense of the enemy against my physical attack. So that's why I have Hard Edge in here. So those three over there, if we just take a look on our abilities on the left-hand side of the screen, we have Thunderstrike. That's an ability of the Murasami. I've got my Armor Break. You can see that. That's from my my Hard Edge down there. And then the next three is going to be the abilities from your Materia. Materia is important because you have these bonuses for the different types of materia that you use. These three glowing orbs here on the right-hand side of the screen. Each one of these is a little bit different for each character. You want to focus the materia ability that you're using based on the bonus that you're going to get from this right here. So right here, this is a physical ability damage bonus. So I want to make sure to put a materia in there that does physical damage. Ruin Blow does physical damage. So since I have that in there, it works out well. It gives me that bonus. Also, again, since I'm so focused on physical damage with this character, it's going to help me quite a bit. These three materia slots over here also gives you some insight into how best to build your character. So since I'm already focused on physical, I'm getting those physical damage bonuses. It's really the best and most efficient way to build Cloud right now. This next one here, boom. Second one, again, physical ability damage. So I have another ability in here, right here, that does physical lightning damage. So now with this here, I'm getting my bonus to my physical damage and I'm getting my bonus to my lightning damage. So you want to make sure that all of your gear complements the types of attacks and things that you're really focused on with a character. So you see a lot of themes here. Again, physical damage, lightning damage. This third one here, this one's a little bit different. This one gives me a sigil boost, which is nice because with this, it's going to help me reduce those sigils much, much quicker. So I can put the boss in an interrupted state, which obviously stuns them. It gives us a little time to breathe before they start attacking again. So for this one here, I put Ruin in there again. This one doesn't have to be Ruin Blow. This one is just Ruin, which does magic non-elemental damage, but it has a sigil attached to it. The same sigil that this one calls out, the triangle, right? So that's what you want to really make sure that you focus on. Make sure things are matching up well for you. When I take a look at my stats over here, you can see a lot of my focus goes into my hit points and my physical attack. Everything else is just kind of secondary for me. If we also take a look at abilities, if we finish this up here, so your Thunderstrike is, that first ability is always your main weapon. The second ability is your ability weapon. The next 3 are your materia. Then you have your L ability. This is your limit breaker. And then your R abilities. Now, these R abilities is a culmination of all the different equipment that you have, both main and sub, and the bonuses that you get from them. One of the best ways to take a look at these is with this right here. The R abilities, it tells you where you're getting your boosts from and which boosts you're getting. So my boost of physical attack, I'm getting from my gear, the outfit, and then I'm getting from my main weapon, the Mirasami, as well as one of my sub-weapons over there. When we take a look at the 11 Blade Arcanum, obviously that's just coming strictly from gear. Here's my HP boosts here, coming from really just one of my sub-weapons over there. If you take a look at my boost attack, you can see that I'm getting that from my hard edge as well as one of my other sub-weapons. So let's just pull out of this, go into my sub-equipment. The same mechanics here apply towards everything else that we've been talking about. You want to focus your stats based on how you're building your character. Now, one thing and a few things maybe to keep in mind, I am so focused on attack with this character. My defense, as you can see, is really, really low. I'm at 100 and 103 for my physical and my magic defense. I could, one thing I've been toying around with, is once I get some gear that's at a pretty good level, build in some defense in my sub-equipment. Because the amount of stat boost you get from your sub-equipment is fairly minimal. It's okay. It's not massive or anything. But I think if I build in some defense here, I think I may be able to have a little bit more durability when I go into battles. But it hasn't really been hurting me. I've been able to clear everything so far. And I even cleared the final battle in the event that's currently going on. And that's really key. If you gear your team out appropriately, even if your power level's a little low, because that's a 64K battle, and I took a 60K team in there, and I defeated it because I had my gear set up the right way. So that's sub gear, that's your main equipment, those are your stats, abilities, and your R abilities. It's the same thing's going to apply for any of your other characters. So if I take a look at Aerith, just to kind of highlight really quick the materia, her focus is over here is really on ability damage here, both physical and magic. Magic ability damage here, and this third one here, magic ability damage. I don't have that third slot highlighted because I have cure in there. I have a heal in there. Even though her limit breaker is a heal, I want that option to be able to throw another heal out when I need to. Since she's mainly support, I'm not overly worried about not getting this magic ability damage boost because I really, again, use her mainly as a support. So that is gearing for you. That's pretty much everything to it. You want to make sure, again, make sure your stats make sense. Make sure you understand your materia boosts over here. Make a decision on if you need that boost or not, just like I did with Aerith, right? And if you didn't know, if you want to change some stuff up and see how gear affects your power level, then I can just click on, let's see, I can click on this over here, and then I can click on my weapons. It'll tell me whether my power level is going to reduce or increase, and then what stats I'm going to lose. So maybe I can sacrifice, maybe I can go up in power level and I can sacrifice some stats that I'm not really overly focused on, like a magic attack. I don't need that, right? But I need my physical attack, so changing to this weapon isn't going to make sense for me. You can do that with pretty much everything. If I go back to my list, go into materia, you can see stats again. You can see how materia is going to affect your abilities as well, your stats, because everything's got stats to them. Materia, weapons, everything, gear, and it all helps you in this game and really take advantage of all the different content in the game. There's a lot of great stuff in this game. I'm having a blast. The different battles, there's so much to do. I have not been bored yet, and I love it. But this right here, understanding this helped me quite a bit. All right, everybody, that's what I had. What tips do you have for gearing? What is your best combination? What's your power level? So currently, I think my highest now is like a 66K. I know, 68K. So I know one of the battles I need to hit is like 104K, so that's going to take a while. But there you go, everybody. I'm droning on. That is gearing for you. Let me know what kind of tips that you have. Put them in the comment section below so that everybody benefits. And as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.